A broken sword, cross progression, and Apex's best game mode ever are just a few of the many highlights of Season 19, so let's hop into the recap. Season 19 started on October 31st, which means this season started 103 days ago as I'm recording this. It brought us a new legend in Conduit who actually has ties to the Titanfall universe, as her entire rig is from a Monarch Titan. However, the rig is slowly killing her as it's made from a radioactive battery, so I guess that makes sense. Her abilities heal her and her teammate's shield, as well as shooting off batteries that damage and slow enemies. I'm sure her abilities remained extremely balanced, as well as no major team comps that would take advantage of them. We got a brand new Stormpoint map after the Hurricane hit, and it brought us a new beautiful skybox as well as some of the best POIs in the game. Watson's Town Takeover Pylon is one of the hottest drops in Apex along with Cedo Station, but the southern and northern parts of the map got huge changes too, and overall Stormpoint feels smaller and better. If only another map could go through a similar change. And the last thing I want to mention about the map is the Forbidden Prowler Den is gone as the Hurricane knocked them all out. Thank you, Mother Nature. Season 19 also brought us the long-awaited cross progression updates. You can merge your accounts and play them on one account across all platforms. They rolled this out pretty slow as the season went on, and it definitely wasn't perfect. If you had two accounts, whichever one had the highest level would be your primary account, and everything would merge except stats on the lower level account. But having all of your cosmetics and heirlooms available on one account across all platforms is a massive step for Apex. Now for the greatest LTM in Apex history. 3 Strikes. The 3 Strikes game mode came with the first ever collab in Apex history with the Post Malone event. This event was a fun one with some really cool streetwear skins inspired by Post Malone, and it was just really cool to see Apex actually collab with somebody, as I thought something like this would never happen. They also had a giveaway for these bomber jackets during the event, and I really wish I would have won one because they are just so cool. And 3 Strikes was the best part of the event. Revives were basically instant, and if you got wiped, you just respawn in the game with most of your loot until your 3 lives ran out. It was chaotic and most importantly fun. The game mode came back 3 to 4 times during this season as it was so popular. Our next event was the Forgotten Uprising Collection event. It featured our first ever live event in Apex, where I played a cutscene of Loba and Revenant having a fight where Loba beheads Rev, but he's actually still alive. Their whole storyline doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't feel concluded either. We had our conclusion of the Kill Code series where we figured out Rev was reworked because Eduardo Silva wanted to make an elite army of murder bots, and Rev was like, oh yeah, I'm down for that, but I'm not doing it with you, and then Eduardo got one clip by the Revenant army. This whole Kill Code series was cool because it led into the game mode of the Uprising Collection event, which was basically a team of 30 legends versus 30 Revenant bots. It was kind of like Shadowfall, but a majority of the community hated it because nobody ever talks about this game mode or this event. We also had our first glimpse of perks, as you could unlock 2 every week the event was out. Yeah, so Loba decapitated 1 Rev bot and just thought it was over. Like, there's dropships of these bots just flying around with free will and nobody seems to care. That's fine. Alright, moving on. Our final event was a huge surprise, as during the Game Awards, the Final Fantasy VII collab teaser trailer drop, which was insane if I'm being honest. I know we had the Post Malone event earlier in the season, but this collab felt different. Actual skins and cosmetics inspired by a video game or media franchise was really freaking cool. Would we will probably get more of these as this event did really well, which I think is good news. The Buster Sword got added into a takeover event for 3 weeks, which I can definitely see how people got annoyed with it, but I thought it was super fun. The materia hop-ups were also an amazing thing to see. I literally had a Nessie save my buddy from the Buster Sword and we won the game. Little things like that make me appreciate the effort they put into this game mode. The one thing that I will say was god-awful with this event was the monetization was at an all-time low. Usually for events you could pick which item you want to buy, but this event was all luck for whatever you wanted. You literally paid for a chance at items you wanted. Very scummy. Half the event was also garbage like banner frames, hollow sprays, and stickers, so you didn't even get your money's worth. There were 36 total items in the event, so this cost you roughly $360, and your reward for completing the event was a 1-winged angel death box. A death box that costs over $300 is actually insane. That being said, this is everything you can buy instead of the 1 wing. That was Apex Legends Season 19. In my eyes, this is one of the best seasons of Apex we've had in a very long time. Amazing LTMs, collaboration events, and even cross progression got added. Apex delivered this season, and I'm sure the toxic side of the community will disagree, as all they like to do is complain about the game, but this season was full of nothing but things we wanted. I know there's work to do with Apex, and it's not even close to being perfect, but this season was good in my eyes, and you cannot change my mind on that. I'm looking forward to hopefully a better rank system, as well as the perks and armor system in Season 20. Rate Apex Legends Season 19 out of 10 in the comments, and tell me why you gave it that rating. That's all I got today. Good evening, good morning, good night, whenever you're watching. Thank you so much. My name's Griff, and I'm out.